Hello students. So last class I discussed about the back propagation algorithm and I discussed the algorithm in detail. I hope you understood the different steps involved in this back propagation algorithm. And this algorithm, as I explained, by taking the input as training examples, then value of n, then n in, n out, and n hidden, right? And also I discussed this algorithm with some case study also, right? So in today's class, let us see the derivation of this back propagation rule. Alright. So in this section, as it presents the derivation of back propagation weight tuning rule, so it may be skipped on a first reading without the loss of any continuity. Now the specific problem as we address here is deriving the stochastic gradient descent rule implemented by the previous algorithm. So this algorithm that I already discussed, that is a stochastic gradient descent algorithm or stochastic gradient descent rule. Now recall some of the equations from that particular algorithm, so that the stochastic gradient descent involves iterating through the training examples one at a time. For each training example small d, descending the gradient of the error, that is capital ED, right? So this is with respect to the single example. Now, in other words, for each training example small d, every weight will consider as a WJI, right? So this parameter we know already, right? So for each training example small d, consider every weight as a WJI, which is updated by adding a small quantity, that is a delta WJI. Now it is given as delta WJI equal to minus n uh, delta ED divided by delta WJI, right? Here ED is the error on the training example small d, which is summed over all the output units in the network, that is in the ANN, artificial neural network. Now ED of W vector is equivalent to 1 by 2 summation of Tk minus Ok square, where K belongs to output. This will consider as one of the output unit. Here outputs is the set of output units in the network, where Tk is the target value of the unit K for the training example small d, and Ok is the output of unit K given the training example small d, right? I hope these parameters are clear. Here Tk is the target value of unit K for each training example d, where OK is the output of unit K in means with respect to the given training example small d. Now the derivation of the stochastic gradient descent rule is conceptually straightforward here, but it requires keeping track of a number of subscript and the variables. So we'll follow the notation, which is adding a subscript j to denote the jth unit of the network, which is as follows. Here you can see the different notations here, that is xij, which is the ith input to unit j. Wji is the weight which is associated with the ith input to unit j. Net j, which is equal to summation I wji into xji. It is the weighted sum of the inputs for unit j. Oj is the output which is computed by unit j. Tj is the target output for unit j, whereas sigma, you can say this is a sigma here, so which is nothing but the sigmoid function. Then outputs, which is nothing but the set of units in the final layer of the network, and downstream of j, which is nothing but the set of units whose immediate input include the output of unit j. So these are what the some notations that you need to remember here for the derivation of the backpropagation rule. So kindly go through these notations. We now derive an expression for delta ed divided by delta wji in order to implement the stochastic gradient descent rule, which is shown in the previous equation, that is this particular equation, right, equation 1. So to begin, we can notice that the weight wji can influence the rest of the network only through net j, means this parameter, that is the net j parameter, right? So weight wji can influence rest of the network only through this parameter, that is net j parameter. Therefore we can use the chain rule to write. So here we are using this chain rule to write, that is delta ed divided by delta wji is equal to delta ed divided by delta net j. So this we are replacing here, we are replacing wji by net j into delta net j divided by delta wji. We are just rewriting this equation in terms of delta net j. Even if you can cancel these two, so it will remain as delta ed divided by delta wgi. So we are just rewriting it like this, right? So which is equal to delta ed divided by delta net j, and this we are substituting as xji. So that is delta ed divided by delta wgi is equal to delta ed divided by delta net j into xgi. So this we are writing in terms of this net j parameter. Okay, so now we need to derive a convenient expression for delta ed divided by delta net j. So now given this equation, so our remaining task is to derive a convenient expression for delta ed divided by delta net j. Here we now consider two cases in turn. The case where unit j is an output unit for the network, and the case where j is an internal unit. So these two cases we are considering. So I'll discuss these cases one by one. Now case 1. This is a training rule for the output unit weights. So just as wji can influence the rest of the network only through net j, here net j can influence the network only through oj. Therefore we can invoke the chain rule again to write as delta ed divided by delta net j is equal to delta ed divided by delta oj into delta oj divided by delta net j, because in turn net j can influence the network through oj. That's why we are writing net j parameter in terms of oj like this, right? Now to begin, consider just the first term in this equation, that is delta ed divided by delta oj is equal to delta divided by delta oj into 1 by 2 summation tk minus ok square, where k belongs to outputs. So this substitution is from one of the previous equation. Now the derivatives, that is the delta divided by delta oj into tk minus ok square, so will be 0 for all the units k except when k equal to j. So we now therefore drop the summation over the output units and simply set k equal to j, and we'll get it as delta ed divided by delta oj is equal to delta divided by delta oj into 1 by 2 tj minus oj square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into 2 of tj minus oj into delta tj minus oj divided by delta oj, which is equal to minus of that is minus of tj minus oj. So after all simplification, we'll get delta ED divided by delta OJ is equal to minus TJ minus OJ. Next, consider the second term from this equation, that is from equation 3. Here, as you know, OJ is equal to delta net J. So the derivative delta OJ divided by delta net J is just the derivative of the sigmoid function, which you have already noted, which is equal to delta net J into 1 minus delta net J. Therefore, delta OJ divided by delta net J is equal to delta sigma of net J divided by delta net J. So this term, which is equal to OJ into 1 minus OJ. Now substituting the expressions 4 and 5 into expression 3, means we are substituting this equation 5 and equation 4 into this equation 3. So we'll obtain delta ED divided by delta net J is equal to minus Tj minus Oj into Oj of 1 minus Oj. And also we are combining this with the equation 1 and 2. So we have the stochastic gradient descent rule for the output units as delta Wji is equal to minus n delta Ed divided by delta Wji, which is equal to n of Tj minus Oj into Oj of 1 minus Oj into Xji. Now we can know this training rule is exactly the weight update rule which is implemented by the previous equations in the algorithm of the gradient descent rule. Furthermore, we can see that delta K is equal to the quantity minus delta ED divided by delta net K. So in the next section, we are going to use delta I to denote the quantity minus delta ED divided by delta net J for an arbitrary unit I. Okay, now consider case 2, that is a training rule for the hidden unit weights. So in the case where J is an internal or hidden unit in the network, so in this case we are considering J as the internal or hidden unit in the network. So the derivation of the training rule for WJI must take into account the indirect ways in which WJI can influence the network outputs and hence ED. So for this reason, we'll find it useful to refer to set for all the units immediately downstream of the unit J in the network. That is for all the units whose direct inputs include the output of unit J. Now we denote this set of unit by downstream of J. So we can notice that net J can influence the network outputs only through the units in downstream of J. Therefore, we can write it as delta ED divided by delta net J is equal to summation of delta ED divided by delta net K into delta net K divided by delta net J, where K belongs to downstream of J, which is equal to summation of, we are further simplifying here, summation of minus delta K into delta net K divided by delta net J, where K belongs to downstream of J. Further simplifying, summation minus delta K delta net K divided by delta O into delta Oj divided by delta net J, where K belongs to downstream of J, which is equal to delta, that is summation minus delta K into Wkj into delta Oj divided by delta net J, where K belongs to downstream of J. And finally, we are simplifying it as summation minus delta K into Wkj into Oj of 1 minus Oj, where K belongs to downstream of J. And rearranging the terms and using delta J to denote minus delta ED divided by delta net J. So we have, means finally we have delta J equal to Oj into 1 minus Oj summation delta K into Wkj, where K belongs to downstream of J, and delta Wji equal to n into delta j into xji. So this equation, which is precisely the general rule from one of the previous equation for updating the internal unit weights in the arbitrary cyclic directed graphs. So here we can notice that from the previous algorithm, it is just a special case of this rule in which downstream of j is equal to outputs. So that is what the derivation of backpropagation algorithm, which I discussed or which you need to understand with respect to two cases. One is training rule for the output unit weights. The second one is training rule for the hidden unit weights. Thank you.